Sure.
We have, how do you recommend choosing a Feng Shui specialist? And can this be done over video? And like, what would somebody be expecting to pay for something like that?
So these are all really good questions. The first thing that I want to say is that I'm a member of the International Feng Shui Guild, and the International Feng Shui Guild has a directory. So wherever you are in the world, because it's an international organization, you can go to the directory and see if there's somebody in your area. And it's sort of like choosing a doctor. So you may go to one doctor and they may have a perspective and they say, do this, do this, do this. And you might be like, oh, that kind of worked, but maybe that doctor isn't really for me. And then maybe you need to go to somebody else. But sometimes what you'll do is if you're like looking for a specialist, maybe you'll talk to some of the existing patients, or you'll see if you can get a complimentary consultation. This is sometimes what lawyers will do. Like they'll give you 15 minutes to tell them what you can tell them what their situation is, and they'll tell you how they would solve it or what they would do to help you. So I think that's a really good place to start. Go find the directory, seek somebody out, read their bio. Do they even have a bio? Sometimes there are people who don't put them up, but go to someone's website, find out what they're saying, look at the reviews. I have one client who contacted me and she said, I just saw your site. And she's like, you're speaking my language. You're my people. And we have been getting along together for over a decade. And it's only because I'm really clear about the kinds of things that I do well and the things that I want to do and the ways that I help people. And the more clear I am, the better the fit is with the client. So I think it's about asking the right questions. And actually, I do have an article on this on my website, by the way, how to find a practitioner. So the kinds of questions you can ask, what kind of perspective are they using? Are they using classical feng shui, which is my background? Are they using more Western or intuitive feng shui? What's their approach to solving a problem? What kind of resources do they use? How long have they been practicing? I've been doing this for over 15 years, and I can't even tell you how much money I've spent on master training. This is very different experience than someone who goes to a weekend workshop and hangs up a shingle and says, I'm a feng shui person.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
It's a very, very different experience.
And so you actually work with people worldwide, though. So this must be able to be done over video.
I do.
Which was part of her question. So
I do.
Can you speak to that a little bit more?
Yeah. So it's interesting. During the pandemic, when everybody was in lockdown, my business grew because I can do work remotely. There are some things I cannot do remotely. Legitimately, if you are trying to find a piece of land to build your dream home, I'm not going to be able to do that with you remotely. But if you're in an existing house and you've got a floor plan and you have a situation, we can get on video, we can look at the space, we can take some actions together remotely. It certainly can be done. I want to say this about cost. If you think it costs $100, then that's what you're going to get. For somebody who has been practicing this for a long time and has real training, I'm going to tell you that you should expect to pay a few $100s at minimum. At minimum, you do get what you pay for.